What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the inaugural, abominable, first ever episode of Denim Radio, presented by High-End Denim Records. I am your host and 50% owner of High-End Denim Records, Josh, and over here, that you can't see, we got Ozone, the other 50%. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good.
We're doing good. So this is a brand spanking new podcast, you know, because the world needs more white dudes talking about punk rock on the internet, but we're going for it. 'Cause, as you may or may not have noticed, we made the Instagram account, so we were in pretty deep. We couldn't really just abandon it at that point because I think we have 50 followers now on there, so we're in it to win it now.
See if we lose followers after we actually make an episode.
All of a sudden, we just drop down to 6 followers. Like, oh shit! It's very possible. It's very possible. So if you're just tuning in, this, as I said, this is Denim Radio. So this is something we wanted to do in conjunction with our label, High-End Denim Records. We're the little guys with the big hearts, you know, High-End Denim Records. So if you don't know us, we were founded in, I believe, 2018. Does that sound right to you?
That's true.
I was just looking, and I think the very first record we put out was Burning Nickels, Freezer Burnt, and I believe that said it happened in 2018.
August 2018.
There we go. That's when the label became official. I think we kind of floated that name around for a while. I think we even, at one point, I was even in a band where we briefly were called that. The band kind of disintegrated after 2 jams, but the name lived on. You know, good names. They just can't be
true.
Surprisingly
enough, the corporate registry thought we sold very nice jeans. Don't know why.
We're so used to the name that when we get interviewed and guys will make all these jean jokes and we're like, this goes over our head. We're like, oh yeah, denim.
Yep. Not textiles. It's music.
There we go. So yes, High-End Denim Records. So I guess what I was trying to say, the purpose of this particular podcast is just want to hype all the bands on the label. So that's where we're going to start. So you and I are in bands on this label. We got what do we got under our belt? We got Burning Nickels. We've got Current State, which is just you. We have Poltergeist, which is you, me, and Joel from Frank Dukes. And what else? I guess we put out some of my acoustic stuff, which nobody cared, but it's there. It's been put out.
It exists. Chimp Change did one single on this.
Right.
label.
Yeah, and we did we partnered with our friends from Tarantula Tapes over in Barrie, Ontario, to bring that album that we just released digitally back in 2013. We brought it to the cassette tape, you know, because it was 2021 or whatever. So, you know, we brought it to the Middle Ages. But yeah, I guess that's another. Maybe we'll have to have them on and talk about that. But yeah, that's what we want to do with this podcast. Wouldn't you say? Just chat, have all the bands on here that are doing stuff with us, and then see where we go from there. Because I think the last time I counted, we were at about 16 bands and counting. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So I guess I'll kick it over to you. So we founded this in 2018. Why did we start this label?
I think we always threw around the idea, and then we had a whole bunch of old songs from a different band that I was not a part of that had never been recorded. So hence Burning Nickels was born, to re-release all these songs, and actually not re-release them, just record and release them. So when we did that, we said, you know what, let's just put them on the label, see what happens. And then kept releasing our own band stuff, side projects, and then real bands started to say, hey, you guys are actually getting some traction with this. Can we sign? And those are the beginning steps for sure.
Several $1 million later, here we are.
Yeah.
With our very own radio show. Well, yeah, I guess we should also mention, just in case you guys don't know our history, I guess we're going to get into that, but our main source of musical output and income would be a band called Trashed Ambulance. So you've played every instrument in that. I guess we get into that a little bit later, but currently playing the bass, singing some songs. I'm playing guitar and singing some songs, and that band is not signed to High-End Denim Records, not because we have a hate on for our own label, but because we work with our friends at Thousand Islands over in Quebec. So I guess that was another reason why we started this label, is that we didn't want to have to bother them with our side bands. Although, funnily enough, maybe we can convince Bruno to come on here and speak in his adorable French accent about. He actually did kind of give me shit that we put out that album. Like, oh, you don't want to put it out on Thousand Islands? It's like, I didn't think you'd want it, man. So I think he might have just been cheeky, but we'll give him a chance to defend himself in due time. In due time. Yeah, I guess that's kind of why we got the label going. I mean, I guess so. The label itself is currently based downtown Red Deer, Alberta, at least according to our website. And sometimes we get mail sent there, and our landlord's like, "What's going on with this? What is this? Why is there stuff being sent here?" But he seemed cool with it. Shout out to Razor Cake Magazine for sending us a magazine the other day and confusing our landlord at our jam space. But I guess none of us are actually from Red Deer, Alberta. So where are you from? Let's tell the folks at home.
From the old island of Prince Edward on the east coast of Canada, the beautiful island.
I was going to say, it used to be the beautiful island. Now it's the old island. It's been a rough couple of years for old Prince Edward.
That hurricane did them in last September or whatever.
It's old and weathered now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what brought you to Alberta?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I just kind of put my roots here and had a family here, so now I'm here for the long haul.
The long haul. We're all here
the
for
long haul on the old island.
Well, that's just until we relocate this to Hollywood. I mean, it's only a matter of time, but
California's calling.
Patience is a virtue. We'll get there. We'll get there. And as for myself, I grew up in the wooded non-island of Hudson Bay, Saskatchewan, home of Savage Henry and Troy, who is in Econoline Crush, and a bunch of other good punk bands. That's our claim to fame. Trent Yanni, the hockey player, was also from there, if anyone remembers him. Calgary Flames guy. I think he played for the Blackhawks. Now he's a coach somewhere. But I digress. I made it here. I moved to Saskatoon, then I ended up moving here, and then the first band I was in was called Fridge or Freezer. Met a lot of my my punk friends from the city back in those days, and that I still hang out with a lot of them to this day. And then shortly after that band disbanded after a couple of years. That's when I met you, and we started Chimp Change, and still playing music together. Few road bumps throughout the years, but keep coming back to me. You're like a battered wife syndrome. You just keep coming home to me. Not making light of that, any sort of violence against anybody, but you're back. So now we're in business together. Actual
back at
business.
it.
So I guess so. Yeah, we've been putting out albums mainly digitally, but what else do we do? We help out some bands from across the pond, don't we?
We do. We've got a few releases on vinyl. We've done 2 7-inches now, I think. A Teresa Banks and Cause a Riot split, and then we also got the Mainline 10 split. I forget who's on the other side of that. I should know that, but I don't. But it's good. And then a couple 12-inch records as well that we've done from Italy.
Tourette's.
Oh yeah, Tourette's. Yes, that's right. So yeah, good. Always good. Always looking for distro on top of digital.
Yeah, 100%. And it's cool to work with, because I mean, if anybody's tried to mail anything anywhere now, like it's expensive in Canada, let alone trying to send something overseas. So it's kind of cool to help people order, grab some vinyl from an overseas band and not have to take a second mortgage out on their house. So, and it's cool for us because then we get to work with cool bands from all over the world. So we're looking at doing more of that. We haven't had a lot of. What's the latest one? We just did a CD. So we had Strum 101 from Finland. We have their CD now. So give it a spin if you guys haven't heard it yet. Maybe we'll play some of them at some point.
It's good. It's good.
I would agree. Yeah. Do you got the list of who are currently working with in front of you or no?
Uh, yes, not in any sort of order, but
Yeah, let's just quickly name drop. And these are people that you may or may not expect to come on the show if they want to, if we don't get booed off the stage after episode 1. But
let's see if I can do it in closest proximity to farthest away. We've got Burning Nickels, Chimp Chains have released, which we said is our own, so that doesn't count. But we do have Red Deer Locals, the Off Sailors, which we may at one point in time have been part of, but are no longer. So got them. They're doing lots of stuff. Then we've got Safety Gear, which is another local Red Deer band. Not super skate punk, but definitely punk adjacent and really good tunes. And then we got the Maroons in Calgary, as well as Robbie Maroon's solo stuff. We got Regal Fowl in Banff in Alberta. Who else? Is there any other Alberta ones? Sessions from Lethbridge that put out one release on us, and I think they're planning on doing more this year. Hopefully that's not a surprise, but I think they posted that publicly. Short Straps in Calgary, I miss them. Upside Down Man, I can't remember if we officially announced that. I think we did, so hopefully from Calgary.
we definitely didn't. But surprise!
Surprise! Whoops.
There'll be a post about it eventually here.
Yeah, if anyone listens to that, then you know what, secret's out. That's okay. No Edmonton bands yet. Very, very South Alberta based and Central Alberta, so we need to hit that up. Then when we get a little farther out, we got Remy Vero. I don't even know how to say his last name. Vero? I don't know.
Remy Vero, I believe.
Vero.
Remy Vero.
Remy Vero. Yeah, I guess I've never actually said that out loud. I've only ever read it. That dude just absolutely pumps out music. There's more releases than I can count already in the bank that come out. We got Boo Radley from Calgary too. Missed them. When I was going through Alberta. Yeah, that's like I said, they're in no order. I don't think I missed anyone.
Did you say Safety Gear?
I said Safety Gear, yeah. And then as far as the farthest away band we worked with is Hit the Dirt from Germany. We put out their 6-song EP back last August, and also a Christmas digital single, which was fun.
Yeah, and they're playing some cool shows over there in Germany. I saw they opened for, I think, Darko pretty recently, and then I think they were going to play at the Barstool Preachers, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty rad. I'll have to get old Caesar on the horn and have a chat with him here in the near future as well. Because we're hoping to talk to everyone that isn't afraid of the microphone, which most bands aren't. But you never know. You hate doing this. Like I literally have a gun to your head right now, making you do this. So.
I think the last show that Trash Ambulance played, I broke my record of what I said in the mic by saying 8 words total the whole show.
And they were 8
it's only up
words.
from there.
You know, you're a man of few words. That's, you know, you say it all in those 8 words.
I do.
You leave it all out on the field.
Yeah, I make them really count.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for this show. I mean, don't worry, it's not just gonna be us rambling like this for the rest of the episodes, but you know, it might be us rambling with somebody else in the mix. But I can't guarantee the rambling won't happen, but we're at least gonna have a fresh voice. So yeah, we're pretty excited to get this rolling. I mean, if you heard the intro, you know, obviously we're putting a lot of effort into this show. So, you know, what more can we do? But yeah, I think it'd be a good time now to take a little bit of a break here. I mean, maybe eventually we'll have some ad reads when you know, everybody's dying to give us money to be a part of the show. But until then, let's just play some music. So I'll choose the first song. I'd like to. We mentioned this band that we are in, or were in years ago, and then we kind of resurrected it briefly in the middle of COVID to do one song, and then we were in talks to do more, but we're still waiting. But you never know. You know what? There's no rush. You can't rush perfection. So I would like to hear that new Chimp Change song we did called Permanent, which is just kind of a standalone single we did. Currently, if you're the type of guy to buy an MP3, it's on our Bandcamp as well as our brand new website, which should be launched by the time we launch this, highenddenimrecords.com. Check it out. You can get it. It's just kind of an add-on on the Type Zero Civilization record. So that's what I want to hear. What do you want to hear?
Oh, I can't remember what I picked earlier in my list. Didn't write them down.
I did.
Did you?
I got you.
Okay. Well, I remember what songs I picked. I can't remember the order in which I picked them.
Okay. I think we were going to go with another one of the bands that you and I are in.
Okay, yeah.
Burning
So
Burning
then we will
Nickels.
do Burning Nickels Cobwebs, which has a sweet guest vocal part by none other than Dan Garrison.
All right, let's get it
Doesn't
going. This is Chimp Change. And we're back. So yeah, that song Chimp Change Permanent. It's kind of a little play because long ago we had a song called Temporary. So I think that was just the demo working title. And then when Craig, the bass player, one of the vocalists from the band, and I sent him the demo, he just kind of rolled with it, and I think it worked out pretty good. I wouldn't mind doing more songs with that project, but we're all busy. We'll see what we can do. But you tell us, listeners, loyal listeners, do you want to hear more Chimp Change? Call in right now, 1-800-CHIMP. All right, you started to talk about Cobwebs and the guest stars on that song, because it wasn't just Danny Boy from the Core. Who else was on that song?
Kurt from Ellesmere ripped the guitar solo for the middle 8, middle 10. It actually might be, I'm not sure, but yeah, that was I think a COVID release if I recall. Then we couldn't really do anything, so we said, you know what, let's get all these collabs going digitally and see if we can make some cool songs. And gosh darn it, we did, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was definitely that EP alone, which is also called Cobwebs, we had all kinds of guest vocalists, so it was cool to do that. And then just the fact that everybody else was at home because nobody was really doing anything because everything was closed. So it's like people, as long as they had a home studio or whatever to get to, I don't think anyone really said no. I think a few people didn't have a way to do it, so they turned us down or whatever. But for the most part, we asked people that maybe under normal circumstances might not give us the time of day, but I guess they had the time, so like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it's on our website. It's Burning Nickels Cobwebs. But yeah, so let's roll on with the show. This is normally when we'd invite our guest on to talk about their lives, but I mean, there's more we can talk about here. What do you think the state of punk rock in Alberta is right now?
That's an interesting day to ask that, but I won't divulge. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think punk has never in any scene I've been in been as well attended and prevalent as the hardcore and the metal and all those shows. But I think it's holding its own now. And the last few shows that I've attended in Red Deer and Edmonton, I've been pretty good. So Calgary too. Actually, there's an all ages show that we played back in that March, and you couldn't fit any more people in that venue if you tried. So it's good to see the next generation is up and coming, playing some skate punk. So when you see kids half our age singing along the words "The Hope," at least some of the words, that's good for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree about the encouraging outlook of seeing all these all ages shows, because there was probably a good 10 years where we try to do some all ages shows and no the kids wouldn't show up, so we're like, what's the point? Why are we doing this? And now there's like a rejuvenation of it, and so there's kids coming to the shows, kids playing the shows, and I love to see it. I think it's great. So we've hosted a couple in Red Deer, and I thought they both went over pretty well. And then yeah, I think we've played 2 or 3 in Calgary now, and then plus one in High River. And yeah, it's really cool to see young kids skateboarding and listening to punk rock. Like it's they're all rocking clothes like our moms wore in the 90s, so they might as well listen to the music that everybody was in the 90s. Completely take over that generation. But yeah, I would say the same thing. Like I'm seeing a lot of good shows. I mean, bands are coming through all the time. It's good to see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it compares to other provinces because we live here and we haven't been anywhere else lately. But hopefully that changes by the end of the year. We're hoping. We got some irons in the fire, hoping something comes through. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool seeing that. I mean, and yeah, to reiterate, Trash Ambulance is our main gig, and I mean, what have we been up to lately? We put out an album in last July of 2022, and yeah, how do you think that went over?
I think went over pretty well. The first album that was released with this lineup, and the first one with Casey Lewis being the producer, that will never hurt either.
Yeah, for sure. It's always fun to work with Casey. He understands the genre. He understands what we were trying to do with our songs, and in my humble opinion, he kind of took him to the next level. Like we're not so arrogant to think that our songs are perfect the way they are. So the fact that we workshopped them all together, took him from next step up from the demos, and then he was able to take them to another stratosphere. In my opinion, was pretty cool, and hopefully you can work with him again. But yeah,
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I guess the most exciting thing we got coming up is what is it right now? April 12th. So less than a month away. We will be heading south to Costa Rica. How do you feel about that?
Gonna be good.
I hope so. I sure hope so. Speaking of which, a friend of mine, good old Glenn over in Hudson Bay. What's up, Glenn Reckless? He's probably going to be listening to this because I'm going to send it to him. He lent or gave me a guitar because I'm really nervous about bringing my Les Paul down there. So I got old Levi. I can't remember the name of his Labyrinth guitars. Is that right?
Yep, that's it.
He's got it in his shop right now, tinkering away at it to get it up to snuff. So I can bring that down there. I think you bought a newer bass. Or are you bringing your old bass down there? What are you doing?
I'm not sure yet. I bought a cheap bass to take down there, but I actually really like it more than my good bass. So it'll be a game time decision. It's got active pickups though, so I might just go with the old bass. We'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see. We're hoping bringing our guitars or whatever guitars down there and hoping for the best that they get there in one piece and we can just rock out. We got 3 shows down there. Kind of all, what are the names? We got San Jose is the one city, and then the rest are kind of just neighboring suburbs. I don't know. How does it even work?
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on?
Nope. Trusting that the good folks down there setting it up for us will get us to the venues in one piece.
Shout out Diego and Sebas. How do you say that name? Sebas,
I think. I don't know.
Altercados. Yeah. So Punk Rock Mag and Altercados have been insanely huge helps for this, and offering to be our chauffeurs around there and just helping out these gringos while we're wandering around in frickin' Costa Rica trying to play some punk rock. So yeah, we're pretty excited. So that's the exciting news for Trash Diamonds. We have some other cool shows coming up too here in our backyard, and then you know what, we've thrown our name in the hat for some other shows and festivals and stuff, but as of today, mid-April, that's all we have to announce. But I guess we're going to talk about this later because Robbie, I think, is going to be our next guest if he has time. He's a busy boy too, but Mr. Robbie Marone, he's on the label in multiple ways, and he's going to he's always putting on cool festivals and shows and stuff. So I think we're gonna let him talk about the next one coming up. I think that's the best idea.
I concur
all day long. But yeah, we kind of covered everything. I think we're already getting up over 20 minutes of babbling. So I think we're going to play a couple more songs. And then I don't know if, I guess a little more background on me. I used to host a couple podcasts back in the day. You can tell why I'm doing this so flawlessly, and there's no awkward ums and ahs or anything, like this is just a flawless victory of a podcast. But yeah,
perfection.
For years I hosted a Punk and Normal podcast, and I guess I also did the Brutal Reality podcast as well, just kind of short-lived in comparison to Punk and Normal. Punk and Normal, I think I did over 70 some episodes, had some pretty big name guests on there, so I guess there was a part of me for over the past couple of years that it wasn't running that kind of missed doing stuff like this, talking to bands, and gives you an opportunity to kind of hype other bands, give their music some play, because everybody likes it when their music gets played on podcasts and radio shows and stuff. So figured it was time to get back on the horse. But anyways, where I was going with this is I had a 1 minute long rapid fire interview segment I would do towards the later half of my of the podcast. So this isn't gonna be exactly like that, but it's gonna be called the pressure cooker. And since you're the only one that's not me on this call, Ozone has volunteered to be the first guest. He didn't really volunteer. I'm just making him do it. It's probably the first he's heard of it. But so we're gonna play a couple more songs, and then we're gonna hop right into that. So I guess we'll start with. So this is one of the bands that we do North American distribution for. They're called Verse Chorus Inferno, and the song is called "The Best Is Yet to Come." Does that sound right?
Back. Yep.
Hell yeah, hell of a
Best
song.
Is Yet to Come.
So
back.
we got some of their records over here. So yeah, we've sold quite a few of them actually. People are liking them. A little bit different than the skate punk we've normally put out, but yeah, I was happy to put out some cool kind of, I don't know what you call that style, orgcore, like the punknews.org style, Menzingers type style. But yeah, so we're gonna play that song, and then I think you wanted to hear Coconut Planners.
Yeah, their track Doomsday.
All right, we're crossing the pond. Here is Verse Chorus Inferno.
Drums, and it's alright, but she's yet to come back.
All right, welcome to a brand new segment. It is called The Pressure Cooker. Up first, we got Ozone. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the timer begins when I finish asking this first question. All right.
Okay.
Who is the first player you think of when you hear the name Colorado Rockies?
Oh, the Canadian guy. Can't remember his name.
Okay. Cheesies or Cheetos?
Cheetos.
IPA or sour beer?
Sour.
What's the best NoFX song?
The Decline.
Wendy's or Burger King?
Wendy's. Ate it for lunch.
What's the capital of Spain?
Madrid.
What's your favorite sea creature?
Octopus.
Who's the best Ninja Turtle?
Raphael.
What's the weirdest meat you've ever eaten?
I don't want to answer that.
Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms?
Ooh. Lucky Charm, marshmallows, and Fruit Loops.
What is the last book you read?
Oh. Something in high school.
And what's the best Great Lake?
Oh. I don't know. Is that like... Oh. What's the lake? Wow.
Lake Huron? Lake Superior? Lake Ontario?
Superior. That's what I was thinking. I was like,
so many choices.
That can't actually be the name of a lake, Superior. But no, it was.
Let's do it.
Who's the Colorado Rocky guy? I can picture
Larry Walker.
Larry Walker.
Come
yeah.
on, man. He used to be an
my
expo.
Goodness. If that wasn't the first question, I was too under the pressure.
I know. I figured because you're a big baseball guy, you would. But I mean, it's not. Or else, I guess the other guy would have been the dude that played for the Blue Jays. What's his name again? Wasn't Tulowitzki from there?
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he? He left on bad terms.
I don't even remember how he left.
Injured 24/7.
He threw the ball into the crowd one too many times.
That's bullshit.
Fair enough. And let's go back. The capital of Spain is Madrid. That was good. I thought you would say Barcelona, and then I was going to call you ignorant, but
no, it's tough to stump me on anything geography except for Canadian lakes, apparently.
When was the last time you thought about the Great Lakes?
before now. Probably the last time I was on at Niagara Falls, which I don't even think is on Great Lake, is it?
I don't know. Isn't it Lake Niagara a thing?
I don't know. Yeah, but is that a Great Lake? I don't know.
No, the Great Lakes are. Let's name them off, because this is the kind of knowledge you're gonna pick up. We got this is without looking. I'm not looking at Wikipedia. We got Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior, and Lake Michigan. Is that all of them?
That's 5.
Is Superior Lake? It has to be.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
that's got to be the best Great Lake if it's Superior, no?
I would think so.
I don't know. Any of our Ontario or Northern American friends out there that are listening, we want to know, what's your favorite Great Lake? I don't actually want to know. I'm more of a Lake Winnipegosis kind of guy. Okay.
I grew up on an ocean. I'm not a lake guy. Give me all that salt.
Fair enough. I didn't grow up on it, but near my hometown, there's a place called Ruby Lake, and everybody called it Ruby Slough. So that's what I was dealing with. Though there is no shortage of lakes in Saskatchewan, in case anyone was wondering. If you're into that kind of thing.
In Canada in general, don't we have like the most freshwater lakes on Earth or something?
Yeah, it's probably why Americans are going to invade us in a few years. So we got that to look forward to. All right. We're not getting into politics. Don't worry, folks. But yeah, this is going to be a wrap. I don't know if there was anything worthwhile listening to on this first episode of Denim Radio. Yeah, we're looking forward to doing more and having other people on the show, so you and I don't have to fill all the dead air ourselves, because there's a few doozies today. But I think we made it through. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be pulling out our Rolodex, calling all our buddies on the label, and that'll keep us busy for quite a few episodes. And then yeah, the world's our oyster. Really, we can do whatever we want with this puppy. So I guess if you want to be played on the radio show, just give us an email or visit our website, highanddenimrecords.com. Send us we got a little, what do you call that little guest book thing? You can shoot us a message. Yeah, you want to be interviewed. Well, we're going to be busy for the next few dozen episodes, I think, but eventually we'll make room for people. Other than that, what else do you want to hype before we ride off into the sunset?
Oh, I don't know. We got a couple of releases coming out in the label. We had one yesterday, April 11th, from Regal Fowl, a 2-song EP. We've got the Boo Radley one coming out next Tuesday, a 4-song EP. And then the Tuesday after that, we have Remy's new album coming out too. So keep posted to your whatever you like listening to music on. And I don't know when this episode will be released, but it doesn't matter. Check out what we released on Tuesday for the next 3 weeks, and it'll be good music.
I'm shooting for Friday, April 14th.
Oh, there we go.
If I have time to edit. It's my birthday tomorrow, so we'll see see what happens. But maybe I can get a good start on this stuff. But yeah, we're not gonna have any rhyme or reason really to the episodes at this point. Just keep visiting our website and following us on Instagram, and we will keep you in the loop. But for the most part, yeah. Hopefully you guys are liking what we're doing, and if you hate it, you can send us a message too, and we'll block you and hate you forever. Seems like a good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's roll out here. Oh shit! We forgot to talk about the song you played right after the Great Lakes thing. So we played Smelters, Burning Dirt. And a little backstory on those dudes. We just played with them with Trashed Ambulance last weekend. And yeah, they're kind of from all over the place. But they kind of all originated from Hinton. Play some fun Ramones core stuff. So yeah, we're happy to play their tune. And yeah, we're gonna finish the show with some good German punk rock. So we got Primetime Failure. They just dropped an album, I believe, called Oxygen. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Oxygen, yeah. And yeah, I interviewed them on my old show years and years ago, and we've kind of stayed in touch. And they've always been supportive of our bands, and yeah, I like to support them when I can as well. So that's how we're gonna end the show. This song is going to be called "Song About Mike Donner." Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you again soon. And when I say see, I mean you'll hear our dumb voices again very soon. So make sure you're subscribing, sharing all this shit, telling your friends, and we will be back before you can say this is a song about Mike Donner. Until next time, this has been Denim Radio.
It's not only her smile or the color of her eyes, I can't describe it. It's something like light green but brighter. It's not the way she's talking or our conversations. Can't deny it. Our love is endless but quiet. Daughter.